Good evening, Miss. I'm Ratna from Cal Central BIB student. I'm going to present my final thesis. My topic is the relationship between the strategy use of human resource management and organizational performance. First, abstract. The purpose of this research is to provide the concept and an empirical examination of the link between human resource management and performance of the organization. Theoretically, we address the signification of HRM in resource planning and its influence on corporate success. We discover a pandemic of distract HR activities that do not evaluate HRM as a platform, as well as operating performance measurement is comparison to economic and productivity variables. Furthermore, as predicated, increase orientational in all human resource models does not contribute to each to uh, to to the firm performance. We are going to chapter 1, the introduction. Growing and environmental problems have compelled firms to resort to allocators to get a competitive advantage. At the first, human resource management scenes as well the information technology. Human resource management is at the core of the discussion over corporate competitiveness because it is a critical role is in establishment and growth of highly productivity workforce. An organization must also capitalize on their workers' talents. My second is a background of the study. Globalization as about with all overall in the economic sector where demands have changed both of customer and investors as well they has been I-10 market competition which has called for improved business strategy in order to meet the demands of change market. To ensure fair competitions, organizational will need to ensure there is reduced cost of innovation, improve quality, speed and productivity. Next is a statement of problem. The business sector is rapidly changing and become competitive by day. According to Edmonds 2016, this has been made possible because of the availability of human resource officers in the business field. Human resource team is very critical in creativity of sustainable competitive edge in business as they help in developing in of competition that are certain single firm to do those that are goal or oriented. The human resource management system will deal with the automation of employee performance. My research objective to explore the situation of human resource with its effect on company performance, to employees activity human resource policies as a protocol, to analyze the main human resource practice by which bring out competitive in the firm, to ins to in, in to investigate to the importance of human resource in creativity in working environment. Second is a research question. What is the functional of human resource in building an harmonious employee and friendly work, and how does it boost company? Second is what is a functional of human resource in organizational? Third is what is the functional of human resource in context and of management? And my second topic is simulation of the study. Human resource, often known as HR, is a process through which a firm determines the number of job opening, whether it's a surplus or surplus or stores, shortage workers, and how to cope with the excess and shortage. The research is expected to have a positive impact on the people of Klang Village, Malaysia, as it will provide knowledge that will help them acknowledge the role of strategy human resource practice of the performance organizational. Scope of the research. The presumption is that proper work focus on this variable will help analyze the content of the research and achieve all set objective for research. Definition of the key terms. Human resource management is the practice of recruiting people, instructing them, rewarding them, setting policies for them, and devising retention method. And last, for chapter 1, conclusion. In overall, this proposal report is divided into 3 chapters. Chapter 1 will provide the core research question and objective. Meanwhile, chapter 2 will illustrate theoretically background, variable, and framework of this study. And finally, chapter 3 will narrate the research design and method. Now, chapter 2, literary review, the introduction. This chapter provides a survey of current literature in order to develop study that complements this research or the identity research gaps. Is being by outlining to the underlying theories that help analyze the content of this research. Review of previous study. Where is the function of human resource management? LOS. So does the technology used by HRM according to FIS and 2000s. If HR function is always to give workforce assistance and administration depending on the requirement of the company. The next is theoretically framework. The fundamental of society exchange theory govern is this research. Porter 1985 follow the past exchange theory to understand this concept. According to the notion, on one person who provide satisfy operation to another compels him to fulfill the responsibility. The latter must provide advantage to the fixed exchange. Research framework and hypothesis, independent variable, human resource management. The survey depend variable include business model and company performance, especially this organizational corporate strategy will be examine employing variable that address question about price, creativity, and performance improvement, where company appraisal is done using quality of the product. Performance appraisal of each staff is done by the human resource management. This is a component of goal setting that focus on both corporate and personal targets. And next, organizational performance. Performance management in the border defined is a component of the incentive system and serve the foundation for boosting productivity. It represents a new approach for increasing the performance of the organization. And chapter conclusion. An increasing crops of study continue to emphasize a particular characters that influence organizational success. Business commitment has been a rising parameter among scholars during the last quarter century. Organizational commitment, on the other hand, has lately been highlighted as a significant contributor of organizational effects. Chapter 3, Methodology, Research Design, Exploratory, Descriptive and Explanatory are the major research design which help to make research methodology successful. An exploratory research design has been chosen for this research method is help to identify the HRM issues in It help to identify human resource issues in the workplace and the importance of the job among the employee. The population and sampling. A sampling method has been chosen to select to research the research participants. Random sampling has been identified as an approach method. Participant selection is in advantage as helps reduce the cost of the research. It contributes to the speed of the research outcomes and reduce bias as a researcher. Sampling has been applied to workplace and positive employees in workplace. 101 participants have been chosen, among them 54 females and 47 males have been selected to understand at workplace situation. The study measures survey has been conducted to set appropriate measure of the research methodology. The data has been collected from different employees from different company. Data has been collected from the employee who have 10 years working experience and their region. The importance of the HRM process and performance appraiser system has been included in the research questions. Data collection. Data collection is an integral part of the methodology which help explore of the authorities of data and participants of people. It's helped to convince the research data being collected by research participants by conducting a survey. Employees from different age group and different place have been chosen for data collection method. Data analysis. Primary data analysis has been done is this research methodology. Primary data is an extension of the data collection method as it helps to reduce bias. The survey had been conducted among research participants. 10 survey questions are asked to 101 participants to have insight into the research problem. Summary of the chapter. The research methodology has been explained of making a research paper is it helps to contribute to the workplace data and help to explain workplace situation. Chapter 4 overview of the chapter. Findings and analyze have helped to collect data from man and most sources must be based on of the study. The study random sampling methods are used to collect data and to do proper research. In this chapter, both survey and data have been analyzed to provide relevant response which are needed and to analyze the study. On the other hand, the interview transcript as the prototype research that are needed for the present study. The research has described the sample description and analysis description that is needed for the reliability. However, however, hypothesis analysis is also discussed to test in its purpose which are needed to develop their perspective. Sample description as included in report. Sample description is respondents' gender, respondents' marital status, respondent race, age respondent education level, working experiments, all include in our report. Hypothesis testing. Test result is direct influence. First is strategy human resource participant help in an alleging objective of an organization in order to promote performance. Strategy human resource practice create to working environmental. And third is a strategy human resource practice create competitive advantage for the organizational on this promotes and performance organizational. Is a four is strategy human resource practice lead to organizational efficiency development and this improve to the performance and organizational. Conclusion of the chapter 4. The research of findings and analyze also discuss about descriptive analysis of the respondent who belong of different ages, races, satisfaction and having working experience about the factors. The above part has deal with the base of SPSS that the study is also used to analyze data analysis. It also collected their data through interview process. The analysis chapter is expected to reveal and play as important role for to their of this rivalry. This is a last chapter 5, discussion and conclusion. Main objective of the study. The main objective of the study basically analyze of the actual relationship between organizational performance management and their respective HR management practice. In order to analyze the relationship between the above mentioned factor, a proper evaluation of the impact of HR practice and organizational performance. The research framework will be provided together with independent variable of the study and hypothesis that will explore. Organizational performance. Employee of the particular organization play the lead role achieving fulfilling organizational targets goals, and it can be said that the management of these employees by identity their individual talent in one of the most influential framework for HR managers in our organizational workplace. The effect of training development on organizational performance management. Training development can be considered as one of the most significant frameworks for HR managers that help an entire organization to go with the flow through the valuable support of stu- stu- of the support sorry valuable report. Since the involvement of proper employee training and development are helpful to we fetch the innovative in workplace. The effect of workplace safety on organizational performance management. Managing workplace safely help HR managers to manage their respective employees according to their demands. Since the workplace safety inspiration the employees to be involved with their job role uh, and and the effect of competition and benefits on organizational performance management. Employee satisfaction can be improved by the maintenance of proper competition and benefits that are provided by the organizational HR managers. Since these kind of contribution and conditions of organizational HR management toward their respective employees help the organizational to get higher productivity and efficient workers of for better outcome. And last is in elimination. Focusing on the primary research can be mentioned as a limitation of study, while it as a neglect and benefits of secondary researcher. In this case, it is also important to say that the elimination in this research work due to the lack of incorporation of academic journal and theoretical framework which is required for this research work. And last for my part is a conclusion on chapter 5. Based on the above expression, it can be concluded that there is positive relationship between human resource management practice and organizational performance. Since it has been found from the above disparate informative knowledge that there is a positive impact of HR management practice on business organizational performance improvement. This kind of informative knowledge with a clear justification indicated a positive interconnection between the research involving independent and dependent variable. Thank you, Miss.